A CRN original.
Attention, you are about to hear the captivating voice of an icon in the movie industry. You have heard him and seen him in performances in over 140 films. He's met and influenced many world leaders, and now he's about to tell you how to unite the America he loves.
That job's filled.
Unique. Brilliant. And unpredictable. Robert Davi is a Renaissance man who writes, directs, sings, and does it all with excellence.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all very impressed, but let's get on with it now.
Robert Davi believes he should use his voice to both repay and help unite America, the America that made his dreams come true.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Robert Davi Show.
Good day, dear friends, and we need someone like Bond, James Bond, in the government right now, and we have a bunch of them, and they've been disappointed by the Biden administration. I hope they're understanding what happened here. Because, my dear friends, you know, I was on Homeland Security Policy Institute at George Washington University since 2001, and I was probably one of the only civilians, and the only actor, of course, but I don't know anything. But anyway, let me just tell you this, dear friends. So I was there with CIA directors, FBI directors, all kinds of stuff. Right? I was there. You know, I learned a lot. I go around the world. I've been going around the world since, you know, the 80s. And I have quite an arsenal of intelligent people around the country, around the world, that I talk about or talk to, and that give me information. And I knew about Cabal falling way before. I mean, this was happening. This was in the works, you know, because the president of Afghanistan met with Biden a couple of months ago, and he warned him. What would happen? Biden was warned. It would be as if the head of your household was warned about an impending doom. And someone came and told your father, your children will be devastated. You have to do something about this. The Afghan president begged Biden not to leave Afghanistan because the current situation of the Taliban control versus government control, they were inches from taking back full control. All the lives in the American coalition lives were for nothing. Think about that. And we're hearing about it. And back at the beginning of July, this is now toward the end of August, isn't it? Back at the end of July, U.S. intelligence assessment concludes that Kabul will fall to the Taliban. U.S. purchased armored Humvees in Taliban hands. This is going to be a gas. T-55 tank. I've had these notes for months. The main road from Kabul to Ghazni under Taliban control. Afghan is gone. The intel is that Taliban, has stated 9/11/2021, 20 years to the date that all foreign forces, particularly U.S., will be considered occupying forces, and there will be consequences. That's food for thought, isn't it? The strike could be from Afghanistan to Dubai, etc. They have planes, 767 actually, which would look interesting flying into the Burj Khalifa. I'm going to give you a story now, and I want you to spread it, about how inept the Obama-Biden administration was. I want you to spread this, and I want you to talk about this, all my friends that are in the media. I want you to reference this, because I know a lot of people listen to my show secretly, and then they talk the next day about what I've said, and I'm talking about people on Fox and all different shows, which is okay. You know, I was doing an article called Foremost and First, because on the COVID vaccine I was giving information, and for years, just read my Breitbart, Foremost and First. Yes, I'm bragging about it, okay? Yes, because I have an ego the size of Texas. You need a healthy ego to survive in the business I've been into, especially a guy that was underestimated his whole career. So yeah, I have a burning engine inside of me. This pinching, munching, pinched little worm of energy eating away in this me of mine. I mean, that which is that of being explosive. I'm connected to the universe, are you? I feel one with the universe. Do you? It's called Satori. You know, I follow Yogananda. I do transcendental meditation as well. And I'm a Catholic. I pray. But I feel connected. I radiate. Feel it. Feel my radiation into you. Go ahead. I want you to feel it. Right through the airwaves, right through this microphone. Feel it. Feel the positivity coming into you. Feel it enveloping you. The white light pouring into your souls. Wake up! Feel like Peter Finch right now in Network. I like having my Peter Finch moments in the morning, especially with my coffee. Remember Peter Finch? How great was that moment? How great was he there like that? Go right now. Go to the window. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it any longer. Remember Peter Finch? Well, this is what I told you yesterday. And then, you know what? All of a sudden, other pundits are talking about speaking up. I said that we had a country full of straw men, tin men, and cowardly lions. Without a brain, without a heart, and without the courage. And we've got to have the courage to speak up. I spoke about this when I referenced, and I'm not going to go into her again today, Rosanna Arquette. But my dear friends, and it's funny, last night we watched the film. Terrific film. Talk about that later. But I want to tell you this, how inept the Obama-Biden administration was. Okay? Now listen to this little story. A small group of intelligence officials had the opportunity to purchase the Afghan telecommunication system. Think about that. They had the opportunity to purchase Afghan telecommunication system, which included the phone and fiber ring. The group, working with members of the Karzai government, planned to place a well-known Afghan national in charge of the operation. The benefit to the U.S. and the world intelligence programs, think about it, was a constant monitoring of Taliban and other militant organizations operating throughout Afghanistan. Think about that. Also a link into Iran through the telecom system. You know what the officials were told? The president does not care about things like that or the benefits. He wants to get out of the country fast. This was in 2011. Think about it. This was in 2011, dear friends. What a tragedy that is. Do you understand? And do you know how much it would have cost? $145 million. Think of the asset we would have had to protect Americans and protect the world, the intelligence system we would have had. And Obama-Biden, the Democrat Party, is a party of stupidity. The GOP is a party without courage. So we're left, as Americans, rudderless. We have a country that's caring about changing the shape of the nation in terms of everything but what it should be taking care of. Do you realize that? What are they caring about? They're caring about the most ridiculous things. Our energy independence has gone down the river. I dreamt I saw a snail crawling on the edge of a razor. A straight razor. That was my dream. That was my nightmare. And it survived. And it survived. The horror. The horror. They came into the village and they took over the village and they hacked off the inoculated arms of all the children and put them in a heap and put them on fire. The horror. Apocalypse now, my dear friends. This is the end. No, it's not the end. It has to be the end of your complacency, of you driving in your cars, letting Gavin Newsom and Eric Garcetti control, and Maxine Waters and Adam Schiff and Schumer and McConnell, the corpses in our government. We must every single day remind you to wake up. It's not the woke culture, it's the lobotomized culture. And Hollywood must be held accountable. The Jimmy Kimmels, the Jimmy Fallons, all the celebrities on the left that scream and yell and hoppy doody doody daddy doody dummy dabba. Whatever they're doing out there, they're not helping America. They're sucking off America. They're hurting the American dream. They're hurting the everyman. Sure, you can go live in Lake Como. You can go work anywhere in the world. You can be isolated and have security detail. But what about you? What about your job? What about the price of milk and a gallon of gasoline? What about Gavin Newsom again saying that this is a state of refugee? Come in, Afghanistan, to California. Who knows if there's a terrorist there? Davi, be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. Did you know withdrawing your cash from the bank can be very risky? That's right. So please listen up. Are you aware that banks are now required to spy on us for the government and then report any behavior they think is suspicious? It's true. I was shocked as I read Swiss America's blockbuster report, The Secret War on Cash. This new war against cash is really a war against all freedom-loving Americans. Listen to me. You must read The Secret War on Cash. Now get your free copy by calling 866-219-3750. That's 866-219-3750. Or visit SwissAmerica.com. This war on cash is growing daily and also includes all forms of digital money. So please, get ahead, read The Secret War on Cash free to every Robert Davi fan today by calling 866-219-3750. That's 866-219-3750. And then you'll thank me later.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Robert Davi.
I want you to know this is nothing personal. It's purely business. So, there you have it. We had the opportunity to buy the telecommunications of Afghanistan that led into Iran, and it would have helped the world for $145 million back in 2011. Who was president and vice president? Oh yeah, Biden and Obama. Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me, right? $145 million is a drop in the bucket compared to what we spent. And what would we be, what an asset that would have been. And we leave Afghanistan with all the military. They have all the weapons, everything that was there. And I talked to a friend of mine from Sweden, great guy, very close to him, like a brother from another mother. We don't see eye to eye on politics. But he said that's what America does. They did it in Iraq. They leave their equipment in other countries because it's cheaper. I don't know if that's true. It doesn't seem to me about cheapness. It's about safety. Why leave that kind of equipment in a country that can turn it against us? Are we just dumping old weaponry there? You know, I'm hearing different things from different experts. But what I do know, and I think this is true, that President Trump, like him or not, would have exited Afghanistan differently, and he said so, and so did Pompeo, and so did a guy named Kash Patel. I like this guy, Kash Patel. He's a brilliant mind, and he's got his head on straight. Ever hear of him, Kash Patel? He's been moving up the ranks of intel and everything else in the government pretty quickly. He's an Indian. He's like Kamala Harris, but only a different version of Indian. He's not the left-wing victim that Kamala Harris wants everyone of color and everyone else to feel. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. A shame and a sham. So Kash Patel was in those he was in those meetings in terms of what was discussed in terms of pulling out our troops. And there were conditions. Conditions. You do this, Taliban, and we will do this, Taliban. And also the weapons were going to be moved. We weren't going to leave everything there. And the bases we built were going to be destroyed, so they could not be used against us. There were conditions that Trump would have put in place. Mitch McConnell, is a disgusting disgrace. You know, look at, here's my conflict. I grew up so Catholic with love in my heart, really. And I think Christ got upset with the moneylenders. Didn't he turn over those tables he had an outrage. And I have an outrage against hypocrisy, against liars, against cheaters, against people that say it's okay to abort babies because it's a woman's right to choose. They used a weak argument. I did the movie Roe versus Wade. I played Justice Brennan, who came up with the argument a woman's right to privacy based on a former case in Texas. I played the justice that was for abortion, who was a Catholic, and his wife was Catholic. He was for a woman's right to privacy. And we hide behind this absurd argument because we didn't have the science at the time. And the left uses it like a disgusting display of freedom. But yet you have to be masked. Yet the sanctity of human life is looked away at. This is the left, the absurdity of the left. They want freedom. And you could say the absurdity of the right. Yeah, why not? You know, people said, I have a friend of mine, very left-wing guy, but, communicable, a great guy, close friend. He says, well, abortion, you have to then kill the mother and kill the doctor. Because if you believe in that, You have to go full tilt on it all. That's not what's being said. What's being said, as far as I'm concerned, is that it shouldn't be used as a form of birth control. That's the issue. And the argument on the left, they use that as a hot button to make women, everybody, all the women get really, they're everything in a tizzy out there. Yeah, this is it. And they go out there and they scream, and it's my vagina. Yes, it's your vagina. So protect it. Don't rip out a baby. I've got 6 daughters. And look, there's frightening choices out there. Absolutely. But we have to have some moral compass. We've lost the moral compass, and we're in disarray. We are in disarray. Our society's in disarray. Our educational system is a rudderless, moralist society. That's just, what are they doing? They're trampling on every single thing. Trampling on every single tradition of America and of Western values. Why are they doing that? You know, sometimes, believe it or not, I would love it. I would love it if we had a year of Sharia law in America. It would be very interesting to see what would happen if there was a year of Sharia law in America. What would happen, Hollywood? What would happen, Hollywood? Oh, God. Just think about it. Just think about the hypocrisy then. 1 year of Sharia in America. It should be a movie. We should have a film that does this. Burkas, the whole 9 yards. What would happen to the LGBTQ community in America? What would happen to entertainment in America? What would happen to the TV shows that are on the air today that show alternative lifestyles? 1 year of Sharia. Then you've got Talib, and you've got the other one in office there, Congress. Let's give it to them. 1 year of Sharia. Let's have it. Maybe it'd be a cleansing, don't you think? It'd be a tremendous cleansing. Because there'd be no equivocating on it all. Yeah, it'd be in or out. Sharia or the highway? Sharia or beheaded? Yeah, studio heads. How interesting would it be? Should we do that? Should we bring the Taliban to America and let them run the nation? Is that what people wanted? Is that what the left is going for in terms of this Sodom and Gomorrah kind of morality that they have? The reaction to it all, the disgusting proclivity toward everything in our culture is rotting. Yeah, rotting. Bite the apple, Eve. Bite it. Davi, back in a minute. This is Robert Davi. Allow me to introduce you to the most trusted name in precious metals, Swiss America. Since 1982, they've been helping Americans protect their wealth from dangerous government spending and runaway debt. Now, it's no secret gold and silver prices have rocketed over the last decade. With all of the rising uncertainty, experts say precious metal prices are headed much higher in the months and years ahead. Now, to help protect my fans, Swiss America has a very special offer. Swiss Walking Liberty half dollars at the amazingly low price of $12.50 each delivered. That's right, $12.50. So call now, reserve your silver coins at 866-219-3750. That's 866-219-3750. Silver Walking Liberty half dollars from Swiss America for just $12.50 each delivered while supplies last. Again, 866-219-3750. 866-219-3750. Do it today.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. Tired of lockdown? Let the reconnect begin. You belong here. Welcome home to the magic of Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California. Check out our new spacious outdoor dining al fresco. Romantic. Market lights. It looks like a movie set. Dine under the stars and enjoy our tasty Angelo's and Vinci's pizza, pasta, seafood, chicken, salad dinners, and more. In the cool of the evening, come enjoy our award-winning menu, new wine list, specialty cocktails like our peach Bellini martini, appetizers, and more. Angelo's and Vinci's now open every day from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. for relaxing outdoor dining. No reservations needed. Just come on in for delicious Italian food. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022. We're going to need a lot of pasta to get through this year. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton today.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, is that a Q2 or a Q3 expense?
Dwayne's CPA went MIA. To keep his books and his sanity, he needs to find a replacement ASAP.
Hey, Johnny, have you ever heard of a fungible good?
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Robert Davi Show.
This is authentic. Una furtiva lacrima negli occhi.
So, what has Joe Biden done for America? What do you think he's done? I want to thank all of you out there, the voters. I want to talk to California. You're driving in your cars, perhaps listening on whatever medium you're listening to. I want to thank all of you for voting for Democrats. Democrats, since, just think of what they've been for. Slavery, Jim Crow. Democrats. The borders are open, Joe. Joey, the borders are open, Joey. What? What do you mean the borders are open? Joey, the borders are open. Yes, I'm so sorry. Oh, the borders are open. You mean people with... No, that's not true. Are you kidding me? People with COVID can come into America? Are you kidding me? Really? It's okay? Come on in. The borders are open. Let's. Hey, Uncle Joe's done the right job here, the Whisperer. We love Joe. We love you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much for what you've done for America, Joe. We had the best borders closed. We had safety. We need to take care of America. We need to take care of America first. You've got inner cities that are killing each other. You got people like Lightfoot or Lightweight and de Blasio. They stink. The stink of inner cities. They stink. They stink. I want this in your brain. You vote for Democrat, you stink. You're ruining your own cities. Every single Democrat-run city turns into garbage. Every state turns into garbage. You know, and I hate to be divisive. I want to be unifying. I can't help myself. I wish I could help myself. But when I see the truth, I go, what? What is it with you people in Hollywood that you can't tell the truth? Kimmel, come on the Tonight Show. Do your show, Kimmel. Go down to the homeless out there and say, this is a Democrat issue. Take a little, take one of those, what do they call those big things, Nick? Those things that you travel the city with, that you could sleep in, an RV. Get the Kimmel RV road into Democrat cities. Somebody should do that. Some show out there should take an RV into Democrat cities and then go into the GOP cities and see the difference and talk to the people. People are kept drugged and drunk and on the streets and a feeling of helplessness. So they give him food stamps and they give him everything else to keep, man, I'm all right. I can buy my alcohol. I can do my drugs. I can do my marijuana now. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Everything's good. Gonna be all right. I don't care, white, black, Hispanic. I don't care who it is. And Steve Colbert should be taken by his ear. Pulled right out by his ear, that smug little pig. And you know what? They have the right to say what they want to say. But you guys got to start speaking up. The scared, silent majority has to start speaking up and voting for people that will speak up. Sean Parnell was on TV last night. Was in Afghanistan, a veteran. Guy has strength. He's running for office. We need people that have a spine, that have a pair of cojones, that have some machismo. Not this transgendered, weak political class we have. We've got weak, transgendered political class people. And I don't mean transgendered in a derogatory way. I mean effeminized. That's right, they want to effeminize society. So you spread your legs wide open. We've got a feminized government with no spine. And they want to take away the last vestiges of any kind of strength. And strength comes in many ways. Flexibility is strength. Malleability is strength. I feel that. But you have to have a steel spine in this world. It's not all Kumbaya and the Beatles Imagine. It's not all We Are the World. It's all idealistic. It's wonderful. I love it. I cry when I hear those songs, trust me. I wrote a song back in 1981. It was called The Spirit of Man. I wrote a song. I wrote lyrics. I speak to the children, the ones who are pure. For they are the future, the key to it all. Our vision has darkened. Our way has been lost. It's they who must lead us back on the course. Imagine a world of love and hope, a world without hate, a world where nothing separates the spirit of man. No national boundaries invented by greed. The world is awaiting for love as the creed. But we don't have that, you see. We don't have for love as the creed. We don't have it. We've got separation as the creed. You're black, you're a victim. You're white, you're no good. You're Hispanic, you're a, you know. It's just a separation. Asian. We've got a Marxist cultural and Hollywood, you know, they include everybody but a different kind of conservative voice. Why is that? Why are they afraid? Hollywood? What are you scared of, Hollywood? Hey, guys out there, Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, have me on your show, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy, let's go on your show. What am I, not a big enough star for you? It's all a sham. The whole thing is a big sham. It's a sham, I'm telling you, my dear friends. Orchestrated sham. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with anything else, except who they want to place there to give a voice to whatever it is, whatever tickles their little fancy, and whoever's the booking agent. And I'm not bitter about that. No. I'm just giving you the facts. I've lived it long enough. You know, this one's not and Fox is the same way. There's other people in Fox the same way. You know, people I like and respect. You know, he's not funny enough. He's not entertaining enough. He's not clever enough. Who knows what the situation is? You know, maybe he's too raw. You know, they used to say it about me when I did a TV series called Profiler, and Warren Littlefield was the head of NBC. Great man, great guy. NBC was the #1 network at the time. 96 this is. And Ian Sanders and Kim Moses did a TV series written by Cynthia Sanders called Profiler. Brand new show, brand new concept. Profiling in the FBI. And there was a character called Bailey Malone that they wanted me for. And I had to go up to NBC. And my acting is intense, you know what I mean? I go into the believability, not the charming, easy part of it. I go into the character, how a character would be. And anyway, so I went up and I read, and there was a bunch of people there. And I did a great reading, and the producer came back and says, do it again. Ian Sanders told me this. I learned a lesson. And I was resentful at first. And then I got angry, and I said, all right, I'll show them. They wanted to see charm. So I made my little adjustment. I came in. I did my charm. I did a totally different way. They shut the door. I left, and he came out and says, the part's yours. They loved it. And I was on that show for 4 years, 88 episodes. Bailey Malone, voted the sexiest man alive for 4 years in a row. It was the top-rated show at 10 o'clock. So successful was it that Les Moonves, who ran CBS, said, I want shows like Profiler. So successful that Dick Wolf ripped it off and did this show called Criminal Intent with D'Onofrio. And they weren't supposed to have a competing show. So successful that decades later, Dick Wolf is doing all these shows about the FBI, and some that I've created and put out there to NBC and CBS. Hollywood politics stink. I know the game. I know the sham. I will expose it all. Davi, back in a minute.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Columbo's, since 1954, has been serving up fine dining in a relaxing atmosphere and all at an affordable price. Columbo's is still doing something right. It's why so many travel from the West Side and the Valleys to experience and enjoy what Eagle Rock has known for years. Columbo's is truly something special. Columbo's serves up some of the most succulent, delicious steaks, as well as outstanding seafood offerings in all of Southern California. And the Columbo family's Italian specialties are worth the trip from anywhere. Columbo's is a memory maker. Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock, 323-254-9138. 323-254-9138. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, serving up fine dining in a relaxing atmosphere and all at an affordable price. Columbo's, of course.
Now it's time for MedVed's Entertainment Minute.
Jodie Comer plays a daredevil avatar in a video game who wants to enlist a supporting character, Ryan Reynolds, in a desperate effort to save their fantasy world in Free Guy. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
This world, it's a video game. We need you to be the good guy.
I'm not going to be the good guy. I'm going to be the great guy.
And this turns out to be an unexpectedly great movie, full of clever twists and inside jokes. The special effects are spectacular, bringing to life this parallel universe controlled by game players in the real world, where the goofy, good-natured Free Guy insists on taking an independent role. Rated PG-13 for scenes of danger and destruction, and too complicated for small children to follow, Free Guy is nonetheless enchanting entertainment that can reach even those of us who don't much care about video games. 3.5 stars for the surprising and satisfying Free Guy.
The Robert Davi Show.
Mike, you let me down, Mike. You're making me look bad. I thought we had an understanding. And all I expect is a little cooperation!
Sorry, Robert.
So, I get frustrated because of the hypocrisy and the manipulation and the hubris of a guy like Dick Wolf, who's, a billionaire. And he does these shows. And me and Ali Walker and Julian McMahon. Julian's on one of the shows. God bless him. He's a great person. And Ali and I, we created this thing called Profiler. Remember? And Dick Wolf, now, all the shows are based on that show. And NBC took it off for whatever reason. It was a strange exit, because Garth Ancier, who was with BBC America, I forget what he was with, he came on, and Garth Ancier decides, who's the new head of NBC, to take out the Saturday night, a successful Saturday night of NBC, and he puts on Extreme Football. Now, these shows were all NBC shows. Now, was he paid money by other networks to destroy NBC's number one position? Think about it. Think about how that went. NBC, number one, under Warren Littlefield. Then they get Scott Sassa and another guy and a few people, and Don Ohlmeyer was there the whole time, great man. And they're number one. And now, all of a sudden, it shifts with leadership. Was there was something happening on purpose to make NBC go down? Were they selling it? Was something going? It didn't make sense. They were owned by GE. Was there someone should do a story on that. The Extreme Football that was put on, when they put cameras in the helmets, they took like a $200 million bath, NBC. Almost as bad as Afghanistan. No, nothing as bad as that. All the lives in $1 trillion. Trillions of dollars. The chaos that's breaking up here. And Biden and the Democrats are doing the same chaos here in America. And, think about this. When Trump was president, the chaos was fabricated, wasn't it? By a deep state determined to use lies, Russian collusion, hoax, Ukraine phone call, to foment a coup. And of course, Trump, with his personality, was food for fodder. Now the chaos we see is incompetent Democratic Party. The withdrawal in Afghanistan, Biden didn't have to break Trump's deal. Excuse me. He didn't have to break Trump's deal. He did with the oil fields in America and Alaska. And now we're energy dependent. And he's begging OPEC. The price of gasoline is over $5.30 a gallon in some places. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Democratic Party. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Thank you, Mitch McConnell, by the way. Complacent in there. They're all pigs. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Because you know what? The American people have to grow a spine to speak up, left and right. We've got activists that have spine. I respect their spine, their vocal spine. And we can't back down. And what about... We were on the road to recovery, strong. American companies were coming back to America. Think about it. Think about what we had. Think about and the manufactured chaos. The wage gains were record. And now they've been wiped out. Food, housing, energy, gasoline. Wiped out by the Democrats. He kills pipelines, refuses to allow exploration. We're coming to a recession. Thank you, Joe Biden. Jimmy Carter now seems like, one of the great presidents of all time. And the border chaos. All he had to do was do nothing. And now anyone can come in vaccinated or not, infected or not. And in decades, this is the worst border crisis in decades. Thank you, Joe Biden and the Democrats and Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. Gavin Newsom, get him out of California. Get Gavin Newsom out of California. Coronavirus crisis. Now, the CDC says that the Trump vaccine is working as well as anyone could have dreamed. And Biden, what did he do? He lose control of messaging. Panic, masks, economic devastation. Fear, porn. It's all going crazy. What's wrong with this? This goes in and out. Why? These earphones go in and out. I want Mike Horn to come in this office. Mike Horn, who's a lovely man. I want him to come in this office. I want him to fix the equipment here. Mike, these things go in and out. There's something, some loose wiring. There's something. Let's fix it. I love Mike. Has a food show. Mikey. My friend Mikey. My son says, be easy on Mike. Of course I'm easy on Mike. He created a wonderful company here. And then what about the crime chaos with... violent crime is way up. Every major Democrat-controlled city has crime raising up. And the Democrats embraced these terrorists, Antifa and Black Lives Matter. The Democrats have emptied prisons. They've legalized rioting and shoplifting. They ended bail. And the last decades of progress over crime has been erased. Watch, it's going to get worse. And now the Middle East, stability under Trump, peace treaties, rockets are being fired into Israel. You saw that happening. They're emboldened by Biden, as are the Chinese and the Iranians and the Russians. The world is much less safe under Joe Biden and the Democrats. That's always been the case. I'm not saying that, Bush made a big mistake. I thought the Iraq thing was correct. I got wrapped up into that. I did. I'll admit I'm wrong. I don't know anymore. It's just both sides stink. Both parties stink. And that's what I liked about the Trump. The Trump wasn't a party guy. He was, but he wasn't. He called it like he saw it. And he was more conservative than he was anything else. And he spoke to that silent America. It perplexes me that we're talking about the same inner city destruction that we have for decades. And we let it go down. Why? Why? You know, you just look at it all. Just look at it. What's happening in Africa? Let's find out. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's happening in Africa. All right. Amnesty International says that Ethiopia is using mass rape as a weapon of war. Now, they published a report that said accuses forces loyal to the government of Ethiopia, including the troops from neighboring Eritrea and militia recruited from the Amhara tribe, of using systemic rape as a weapon against the insurgents of Tigray province. Anyone hear about this? Anyone care about it? Interesting. Aren't they raping people, young girls in Afghanistan now? Anyway, hey, so much for today. Ah, God. You know, I want to be clueless. I just want to be clueless. My son wants me to watch, what's that, the hot tub, what? What's the film? The Hot Tub Time Machine. This is what he wants me to watch. Now, I don't watch stuff like that because it's kind of like, it's, he says it's funny. Go ahead, what are you going to say, Nick?
Just makes life a little bit better during these times, you know? Stupid movies like that.
Stupid movie. I know, I just can't take stupid movies. It's a waste. Like last night we watched what? That was a great film. What was it called?
Draft Day.
Draft Day with Kevin Costner. I recommend that if you haven't seen Draft Day. You'll lose some time watching it. I mean, in a good way. It's a terrific film. I didn't know it. My son made me watch it last night, and I really, really loved it. And anyway, God bless all of you. I'm tired of life. I'm inspired. Not really. Anyway, yeah. We're going to have a guest tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday? Ciao. See you tomorrow.
Are you tired of your favorite talk show sounding like this? What if you could hear your favorite talk shows in crystal clear, high-definition sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio, 7 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in true CRN high-definition audio. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Michael Medved, Tom Hartman, Stephanie Miller, Larry Elder, Sebastian Gorka, Charlie Kirk, and more. Fred Dreyer on sports, entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Lounge, The What's Cookin' Show, The What's Cookin' on Wine Show, all in true CRN high-definition audio. Sports, business, entertainment, travel, food, wine, politics, there's something for everyone on CRN, and it's all available